Greetings, citizens of the internet! You can call me Nitro Indigo, and welcome back to my extremely riveting Let's Play of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team. In the last episode, we went into Pokemon Square for the first time, did some optional side missions that weren't really optional because we needed them to get to the actual plot, but you get the idea. And then Doug Trio showed up and asked us to rescue his son Diglett from Skarmory. And in this episode, we're going to do just that.
Good morning, Indigo. Huh? You were just asked to go on a rescue mission?
Yes! Our child Diglett was kidnapped. He was taken to Mount Steel's summit. Please, we need your help. Bye-bye.
Okay. Let's go.
Okay, so the voice I'm trying to give Peril is like sort of like a tomboyish voice that sounds a bit like Wrath from Fullmetal Alchemist 2003, if any of you have seen that. But I'm not really sure if I'm conveying that very well. So I'm just gonna, but before we go to Mount Steel anyway, I'm going to sort some things out in town. I wonder if these random NPCs have anything different to say. Oh, it is the same thing. Okay, here's a bit of an anecdote which I forgot to share last episode. When I was little, I thought that Bellsprout could learn Ember because A, it sort of kind of vaguely resembles a fire flower from Mario, and B, in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers there's a random background team called Team Ember which consists of a Cameruptor, Ponyta and a Bellsprout. Which also has like the weirdest voice in the it's like Bellsprout. And I've said before that those druid enemies from Spyro, well said before as in a YouTube comment on the Let's Play, that the druid enemies from Spyro the Dragon sound like Bellsprout. I tried sorting and getting impressed why do I keep doing this, no pun intended. I'm going to see what's in storage. Just a bunch of berries that I don't really need that much. Spoiler alert, there's a surprising lack of steel types in Mount Steel. There's only 2 not counting the boss. I'm going to see what I want to buy. Sleep Seed could come in useful for the boss. Because, yep, there are bosses in this game, spoilers. And let's see, Petrify Orb, that's good for something we haven't... Petrify Orbs are useful for a mechanic that we won't be seeing for quite a while. Also, the purple Kecleon here does not actually, and also throwing items in this game, when you get them, they don't automatically stack. They only stack once you go into a dungeon, which is really stupid. I don't exactly know how it works. But anyway, the purple Kecleon, it's not actually shiny Kecleon, it's just a variant that only exists in this game and the anime for some reason. Anyway, let's go to Mount Steel.
Here we are, Mount Steel.
I can't do it.
So, Diglett was whisked to its peak.
That's right. I sound like Batman now. The peak is the 9th floor. Thank you for helping. Farewell.
Let's go.
I like that expression. You know, the portraits in this game are very cute, but also this music is kind of really annoying, and I don't really like the tile set here either. It just looks really dull, and they reuse both of these in Explorers. Also, this is the introduction of gummies. Gummies are items that, when you eat them, they increase your IQ, which basically improves the AI. The problem is most of the things you can get from like improving the AI are just common sense, basic things that should be like default, like. Some of the early IQ skills included not spamming moves that have ran out of PP. Actually, it's not an early IQ skill. I think that is a default one. I need to check. Anyway, another annoying thing in this game is that you can't actually feed gummies to Pokemon directly, and the reason it didn't stack straight away is because it was set. Okay, then you can't. You have to. If you just choose eat, it will go to the main character, but go to the leader. But so you have to throw it at your ally. And the white gum, and also every type has its own favourite gummy, and the normal type's favourite gummy is the white gummy. And this is PP Checker, that's what I was just talking about. In later games they combine it with something called Exclusive Move User, but in this game it's mutually exclusive. So if you can either have to choose between Pokemon not using moves that ran out of PP or Pokemon not using regular attacks, which is really annoying when you want him to use a specific move against like a boss or something. And also, there are surprising lack of steel types in this dungeon. There's only 2. One of them we've already seen. It's Aron, and there's another one coming up later, which is Beldum. And also, I forgot to mention this, almost forgot. We finally got our first damaging grass type move, which is Vine Whip. I've never actually used Leech Seed, it's just not really that helpful. It basically drains the enemy's HP and then gives it to you, basically. But it's like 3 HP at a time, so it's not really that worth it, especially in the early game. By the way, to cut a long story short, for ages I've kind of been searching for Pokemon to associate myself with. Do you think I could start associating myself with Bulbasaur because this Let's Play? Because I've been thinking for a while that whatever Pokemon I get in this Let's Play would be the one that I'll associate myself with. But what do you think? And we could go to the next door because I just walked past the stairs, but instead I'm going to explore it. We're exploring Darkness, even though Explorers of Darkness was the one version I never played. But it's a reference to Crystal Shard Studios' Let's Play Explorers of Darkness, which is really funny, by the way. Probably one of my favourite Let's Plays, but the channel's dead now. Where there's an episode called Exploring Darkness, and that's kind of where I got... And they kind of liked exploring every room in the dungeon as well before going to the next floor, so I kind of got that habit from them. And I pressed the wrong button by accident. You see what I mean? Like, she could use... wait a minute. Can Peril use... Does Ember work across corners? Yes, it does. So she could have used Ember, but she didn't. It's really annoying. And she has go after foes as her tactic as well. And also, try return extreme in this game. By the end, she was just had only same type attack bonus and normal type moves on her Pokemon, and she just managed to plough through everything in one hit anyway. And Vine Whip doesn't cut corners, unfortunately. And also because of the idiom cutting corners. If a move cuts corners, that means you can use it across the corners between a wall. So if there is an enemy standing here, I could use a move that cuts corners on them, but I don't have a move that cuts corners. But Peril does. Bulbasaur will get a move later that cuts corners, which is Razor Leaf, but we haven't got that yet. I suppose since I find it a bit hard to talk about what the game going on in the game dungeons because it's not really that interesting, to be honest. I suppose I could talk about what I've been doing recently. Last night I watched The Rise of Darkrai, and that kind of reminds me, when I was little, I honestly thought that Pokemon would end after Generation 4 because I had a God Pokemon and I didn't know where they could go from them, and then Zoroark Master of Illusions was announced. To be honest, I wasn't actually aware that Pokemon Black and White were going to be a thing until I just checked the official Nintendo Magazine website one day, and there was an article about the starters' English names being revealed, and I laughed at Oshawott the first time I saw it and wanted to choose Tepig, and then I saw the final evolution and I changed my mind. Because I always choose Oshawott when I played the Unova games all the way through, as opposed to more so White too, because I've never actually finished White and I don't even own it anymore because I had White. I kept restarting it because I stuck at the Elite Four. Eventually I lost and I also restarted it once when I got my 3DS, so I didn't, because for some reason if you use Wi-Fi on a game it only works on that console, in a DS game specifically. But anyway, so I kept restarting files, and eventually I kind of lost an event Victini, couldn't bring myself to play White again, and ended up giving it to a friend. I might have told this story before, but here it is again. Also, I remember reading on a website giving you advice that you should choose. It would be good to choose a partner who has a type disadvantage to you, so you could cover them well. But I actually think that Fire covers a Grass hero quite well because Fire is super effective against a lot of types that resist Grass, like Bug and Steel. And also, why does everything resist Bug? I've seen people say that oh, it's because of U-turn, but the problem is that people don't use U-turn for the damage; they use it for the utility. And it honestly just feels like Fairy resists Bug for no other reason than they needed to give it more than 2 resistances, and that was the best thing they could come up with. I could, if I had a mid that was cut corners, I could have attacked that Zigzagoon before I moved across, but I didn't. I did it! My level went up! We saved Christmas! Where does I saved Christmas actually come from? I can only do turn towards enemies, not towards... Oh, I've run out of PP on Vine Whip. Oops, I need to drink a max elixir. I always associate the word elixir with Pokemon, and I accidentally open this. You see when you eat an item, you can only set it for the protagonist. In later games, if you choose to eat an item, you can give it to anyone. though. And here's a blowback orb. I think I've got one of these already, but I don't really like them that much. They send an enemy flying across the room. I suppose I'll demonstrate it now, but it's not really that useful. And there's another white gummy that I'll give to Charmander, or Perel her name is, and she didn't eat it and instead just picked it up. I don't like it because it's no guarantee that they'll actually eat it when you catch it with red. And it says that I was holding an orange berry this whole time, and that's why I said my item was an orange berry. Pokemon can hold items, but if they have like an item you can use, the AI will use it automatically. If an ally is holding a berry, then they'll use it automatically when like they have low HP for an orange berry or have the respective starter's condition for any other berry. And there are also items which have like passive effects, but we haven't seen those yet. But we have seen them in the anime special. I'm going to pick up this Graveler up before we go. I mean, I'm not actually using them, but they're could be useful because I don't have a ranged move yet. And here is a Tyrogue. I have never actually gotten a Tyrogue in game because they're just that hard to come across. Like, I don't even think you can get one in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, can you? I mean, you can get one in Crystal, definitely. I played Heart Gold and Soul Silver when I was little. I know, by the way, I know that Diamond and Pearl are like objectively worse games than Heart Gold and Soul Silver, but ever since I was like little, like I got Soul Silver on the day it came out, and I haven't kept Soul Silver with me. I've like sold it and bought it again several times, but I've like Pokemon Diamond is the game I've kept the longest. Is this some kind of bizarre nostalgia? Because I mean, in all accounts, I should feel nostalgic for Soul Silver as well, but there's something about that game I don't like, and it's before I even realised the terrible Pokemon distribution, terrible levelling curve, and all that other stuff which I didn't understand when I was little. I mean, I did choose Chikorita the first time, so I had a hard time, but I would do it again, just to be a rebel. There's going to be more fighting types in this dungeon than steel types, or so it seems, and normal types as well. So why is it called Mount Steel? Is it because, well, obviously because the boss is a steel type, spoilers, and I forgot it was also a blast seed, not really that essential. Yeah, I don't like the lack of storage because your bag fills up very quickly if you go out of your way to get every item on the floor, which isn't that hard to do in the early game. I might as well set a tactic to let's go together just to make this quicker because I'm kind of getting annoyed by constantly getting sidetracked. Oh, and also when you level up, you get new tactics. Get away basically means your ally will run away from everything. The same gives them the same terrified status that the runaway ability does. And by the way, I've asked this before, but why does runaway not like prevent the Pokemon from getting trapped? I said this like 2 episodes ago. But still, I mean, it literally is useless in the Ore games because you can't run them from battle at any point. Also, speaking of which, I had to delete everything on my GameCube memory card to play Pokemon Colosseum. But I hadn't played any of the games any GameCube game I own in ages. But I still have to like, I got to like Chapter 3 or so. I think it was up to Glitz in Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, and here's Beldum, and I now have to go through it all again. Because I was kind of find that game a bit hard to play. Also, Beldum has an ability which prevents you from lowering its stats. And it only knows takedown. And also, if you didn't notice, the tile set changed. And now it looks a bit... I don't really know why it does this, because the 2 tile sets don't really look that similar. It just looks a bit jarring, but I do like this one better. And another item we can't pick up because the game has stupid storage limits. I was going to say it's a Christmas miracle, but that wouldn't work here. I don't know, what exactly was the point of giving May Squirtle in the anime? She already had a full team of 6. Even though, like, May Squirtle, I can't hate him because he was, like, the second Pokemon I ever heard of after Pikachu, of course. And also when I was little, I used to mishear Pikachu as Migachu until my grandmother came in once and I was watching Pokemon and she said it was Pikachu. Yeah, because I, like, grew up watching, like... Sorry, I just took a bit, just drank some water there. The very end of, like, I got into Pokemon at like, the very end of Generation 3. Generation 3 and 4 are quite very intertwined because legend has it that Pokemon Diamond and Pearl were delayed, which is supposedly why there are so many Generation 4 Pokemon in Generation 3 media, including in this game, but we can't really see them until post-game. And then I remember once, Twintendo did a video about like, oh my gosh, will there be Generation 7 Pokemon in Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon? Because there were Generation 4 Pokemon in Rescue Team. But the problem is that the Generation 4 Pokemon in Rescue Team had all already been revealed. Except Porygon Z, rip of the I'm still not over Porygon because like I really hate sequences in Pokemon movies like all the cute Pokemon playing because they're like, oh yeah, welcome to the Pokemon anime where all Pokemon get to live in peace. Wait a minute, your favourite Pokemon is Porygon's evolutionary line? What's a Porygon, basically? Or, in other words, except Porygon's evolutionary line, screw those guys. I mean, I made that in a joke video ages ago where I just said it over together, and I still thought that was pretty funny, even though the microphone quality is terrible, because I am constantly improving as a YouTuber, and this is where I need your help. And you also have to get... There's also an IQ skill for Pokemon, and it has an ability called Hypercutter, which means you can't lower its attack. But also, there's an IQ skill where Pokemon will use super effective moves. Why is this an IQ skill? But on the other hand, I find it jarring how, like, in Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon, some of the things that are IQ skills in previous games are just, like, from the start, like Pokemon taking attacks from their allies and stuff like that, because it feels like that kind of stuff is, like, cool but not really necessary. Maybe it's just, like, because I started with Explorers, so... Also, it almost, like, when people praising Explorers of Skies, they always say things, oh, this is better than the main games, or this game shouldn't be for kids, because, oh no, I don't really like when people say, like, there's the children's entertainment with lots of depth, and people say, oh, it shouldn't be for kids as a compliment. Like, Empire Go Rules is, like, podcasty type video where he talks about the state of Pixar. He's like complaining about like the prologue of Cars 2 because basically saying it was sucked because it wasn't sad, and said the beginning, the prologue of Finding Nemo wasn't for the kids because oh no, how dare fiction introduce kids to dark concepts? No, they won't be able to comprehend it, and it is strictly for the adults and the kids. Am I making any sense here? I just don't really like it. Sounds a bit elitist-ish. I don't know.
Look, Indigo, Diglett's over there. Hey, are you alright? We've come to rescue you.
I'm scared.
You! What do you think you're doing here?
I can't really do the voice, but Skarmory has the weirdest voice in the anime special. Like,
I don't care how it looks to anyone else.
I don't like it one bit. We're here to rescue Diglett. Skarmory, don't do this. Release Diglett.
How dare you! It's their fault. I haven't slept in days because the earthquakes frighten me so.
You're a flying type.
Every night we had them. Who are we? Those earthquakes are caused by this brat's ilk running wild underground. That's not true.
Well, it's true that there have been many earthquakes lately, but it would take more than Diglett's family going wild under the ground to cause earthquakes.
You be quiet, you insolent fool! We'll fight if you keep that up. You will pay for your insolence influence.
It's no good. Skarmory is too agitated to listen to reason. We'll have to fight it out.
Okay, first things first, I'm going to make it so what's her name? Peril can only use Ember. Another thing I don't like about this game is that another thing I don't like about this game is that unlike in later games, your PP doesn't get restored upon fighting the boss. What else can I say? I mean, I can't really think of what really to say about what we were talking about earlier because it's kind of makes me sound like I'm missing the point entirely. We'll go to level 12. Like, I don't... But it just kind of bothers me when people, like... I mean, I'm okay with people saying, like, oh, things can be for both kids and adults, but acting like, oh, this is only for adults because it has some kind of depth in it, just kind of feels like they're being, like, hypocritical, because people who say stuff like that usually, like, hate the idea that it's just a kids' show, so it feels like it's swinging too far in the opposite direction, that's it. I really hope someone's understood what I was talking about. And that was surprisingly easy.
Grr, I can't keep up. I'll flee for now.
Okay, that voice sounds a bit Mickey Mouse-ish.
Hey there, we chased Skarmory off. It's okay now, come down over here.
I can't, I'm too scared to move.
Okay, no problem. We'll come to you, just wait. Whoa, Jeez, look at this cliff. I can't see the bottom, and I didn't notice this cliff before and thought I could just walk across it. Indigo, what'll we do? We can't get across this.
Bzz, bzz, bzz.
Oh, hi,
Why did they have the speech mark? Because we could clearly see who they were.
you're the Magnemite we saved.
We got word of this. We can rescue Diglett from the sky. Bzz, bzz, bzz. Hold on to us tight. Bzz, bzz, bzz. Don't be scared. We won't make the mistake of zapping you. Bzz, bzz, bzz.
Oh, I was very scared. Maybe because I was somewhere.
Okay, Baron Diglett sounds exactly the same as Peril now.
Maybe because I was somewhere up so high. My feet always feel like they're still walking on air.
Feet?
Feet?
He has them. Feet.
Well, you're safe now. That's what counts.
I like how optimistic the partner is, and this carries over into the anime special as well with the Charmander.
Yes, thank you very much.
Oh, you've been rescued. Great, great. He's behind you, or underneath you, whatever.
Huh? Huh? What was that? Am I hearing voices?
Whoops, you can't see us. That's terribly rude of us. Hello, Dog Trio here. We've already been introduced to you, so why did I almost say that in his voice?
Oh, Papa.
Diglett, you had us worried. You're not hurt.
Nope. It was scary, but I'm alright.
Okay, sounds a bit more like Errol. It's all thanks to Indigo's team, also known as Team Salsa. Thank you for everything. You're heroes.
You should be thanking our Magnemite friends. This rescue was impossible for us to do on our own.
Oh, how rude of us.
Thank you so much.
Okay, that went into Peril's voice. No. It was the only thing to do, and how both our evolved forms are joined trios. I felt a certain kinship. Well, buddy, wait for what you have in store in Gen 4. After all, Pokemon must help each other, and just like in the Game Boy Advance main games, we have capitalized the entire word Pokemon except for the accented E, because creating an accented E, capital E, takes valuable effort that could instead be spent on more important things. Still, I'm impressed. Sincerely, thank you. We must be going, Indigo. Peril. Thank you. Farewell. We're a bit late. Indigo's team received the award 500 Poke. The team also received the item Pekka Scarf, or Pecha Scarf. That's the first example of an item with a passive effect. Your toolbox is full. The item was sent to storage. The Pecha Scarf prevents you from being poisoned while you're holding it, and the Pecha Berry prevents you from being cures poison when you eat it. The item also received the item Ginseng. That powers up a move. Your toolbox is full. The item was sent to storage. We'll be on our way to...
Oh, wait, don't go away.
What is it? I can't remember.
Would you like to join our team?
Join your team.
Yes. We couldn't have done the last job if you weren't around, Magnemite. I thought we would need more help with doing rescues in the future.
Indigo,
why don't you think so too?
yes, more members needed.
So, how about it? Will you join us as members of our rescue team? Our rescue team?
Rescue team.
That sounds
fun. Bzz, bzz, bzz. But if you need us to rush over to rescues, we need somewhere to live close by. Is there anywhere we can live in this area?
Well...
Oh, there isn't. Too bad. Sorry, but we can't join you. See you. Bzz, bzz, bzz. Why do they buzz constantly? Are they bees?
That is too bad. It looks like we need to find places for Pokemon to live if we want some to join our rescue team. I know! Let's go out to Pokémon Square tomorrow. There's an interesting place called the Wigglytuff Club. It wasn't open the other day when we went to the square. It should be open tomorrow though.
How convenient.
It's next door to Felicity Bank. Wigglytuff is usually there every day. We may be able to get some information. Okay, that's what we'll do tomorrow. We'll go to Pokémon Square.
Would you like to save your adventure? No. Again, it's that dream again. That Pokemon, who could it be? Huh? I'm hearing better this time. What? Human? My role? Well, wait, please tell me more. It can't. Drifting off. This is exactly how people talk. The next morning... Next time in my extremely riveting Let's Play Pokemon History 100 Red Rescue Team, we shall be going out to visit the Wigglytuff Club. Until then, stay interesting!
Thank you.